It's our Fair Part Show. It's our Fair Part Show. We all love the Alphas. It's our Fair Part Show.
Yes, hello and welcome to the Off Air Podcast. I'm Liam. We also have Ben here.
Present.
Belle.
Good day.
Producer Andy.
Present.
We all love the Alphas is the start of the intro today.
Yeah,
Everyone in the Alpha Squad, Ben, Liam and Belle's Alpha Squad, which is our secret Facebook page. If you listen to this podcast and you're not in that, what are you doing? Join it.
We were throwing around suggestions for a new off-air podcast intro. Belle, I believe it was your idea. Probably spiked with something I said, but you...
No, like many of the ideas I had this morning that I don't get recognised for, it's fine.
You said, why don't we call it like the Alphas
We
intro?
all love Alpha Squad. It's...
Yep.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a great suggestion because I feel like the Alphas this week, more than any other week I've noticed, have been extra active. Whether it's with a complaint or whether it's with something they've noticed or whether it's with just participating in the show. It's a good community way of everyone seeing everyone's opinion. I like it. It feels like the off-air pod, but just on Facebook.
Honestly, like the main way we find out there's something wrong with the podcast is if someone posts an Alpha Squad, because you guys are the ones who listen, we're like, oh shit, we put that bit in twice
And then
or
Liam
whatever.
screenshots it, puts in the group chat and says, mother.
Whose fault is this?
Yeah.
I liked a post from Ben Eddy this week that said, "Won by effing Starman." Got some traction. Zach put a little Star Wars meme in there. No, that's a name I've not heard in a long time. Jimmy put screen cap of Return of the King. And Zoe said she was just thinking about that last night. Well, I think that is a segment that might make an appearance more often. Perhaps.
I guess going back to the Alpha Squad, if you guys really want it to come back, then we should bring it back.
Hey, post in the Alpha Squad. Is there any other segments that we haven't done in a long time that you would like us to bring back? I also, on a nice note there, Renee did a post on Jan 26th, so last Thursday, and it was like a really nice message. Bill, did you see that about how much she loves you being on the show? She said she was worried at the start, and then just has been loving it. That got a lot of they got like 100 love hearts.
That was so sweet that post, and I also like that our boss saw it and liked it.
Well, that's
so
always
that's
good.
Nice feedback.
Well, no, it has. I mean, for us, it's been great, but we genuinely appreciate everyone supporting the new direction of the show.
Just while we're reading out comments and posts on the Alpha Squad, I like the one from Sam Riff. I don't know how to say the last name. It's like RFFR. I think it's just made up, but unless that's your real last name, I'm sorry.
I'm pretty sure it's not made up.
I've had this problem before with Imran House.
I actually saw Imran House sending a message saying, "Name the kid Imran." We notoriously blasted. If you first time listening.
Well, no, I think I said, maybe I'm remembering this wrong, but I'm pretty sure I said I'm House, and then you laughed and said no one's called I'm House, it's Imran. Then I laughed and said no one's called
Imran House, and then we were like, haha, that's the dumbest name. And then an actual dude with fair. His name is actually Imran House, and he sent us a video of him listening to it, crying, you for real?
Very, very common Pakistani name.
Is it really?
Imran? Yeah. But House is
House.
not. How many last names are called House?
I will grant you House.
Yes.
They're in my house.
So Sam commented on the thread where everyone was talking about the audio quality of the podcast, and Sam said, "Get RX and send it through a podcast limiter so it processes around 2.8 dB less, but ensures it's balanced out before it hits the RSS feed and keeps it compatible on all platforms. Platforms to reprocess." It goes on and on. It says, "Keep up the great work." I like that message. I thought it was funny. I was like, I don't know if you had any...
You hear that, Scudder? I'm just talking to Audio Man Scudder. You're supposed to, what is it? Put the RSS processing on 2.5.
I almost want to hear Scudder's thoughts on that comment, if it's like, oh, that makes total sense, or if he's just
come in.
gobbledygook.
Well, because people were saying that the pod also has been cutting out mid-pod and mid-stuff. So we need to get that sorted as well.
Scudder, how are you doing, mate? This is actually your first time on the Off Air Podcast, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, mate, welcome to the team for starters.
Thanks for having me.
Another Adelaide fella. I mean, you're originally from the Riverland, Renmark.
Yeah, Renmark, yeah.
I feel like we'll do a special episode where we get to know Scudder, because he's a great man. But did that comment from Sam make any sense to you?
Do you mind saying it again?
So I'll read it better. So he said, "Get RX and send it through a podcast limiter so it processes around 2.8 dB less, but ensures it's balanced out before it hits the RSS feeds.
Okay.
And it keeps it compatible on all platforms without the need for the platforms to reprocess it."
Yeah, right. It's good advice.
I was going to say, I mean, you're the one who's done the degree in this area. You are the man chopping the podcast. I mean, yeah, I feel like you want to tell that guy to get stuff. Right?
No, it makes sense.
agree?
He raises some valid points.
Well,
Okay,
I mean,
good.
Yeah, maybe we do that next week. I don't know.
All right, great.
I don't think we can afford RX here. It costs a lot of money.
Okay, good to know.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Scott.
guys.
I appreciate that.
hey, did you get my bit that I wanted?
Yeah, it's in
Great,
there.
thanks.
It's on the wall.
Oh, cool. All
Is
right.
that something that I need? Oh, there it
Oh,
is.
that's the point of biz.
I have an explosive piece of business that I think is going to rock
All right, well,
everyone to their core.
We'll get to yours in a sec.
Yeah,
then.
Belle, let's get your
I'll
point
do
of
a warm
business
up with
first.
mine. Just wanted to point out this morning that Ben stole my little quick gag on air.
Oh, yeah, you flagged this off air. So have you
Yep.
cut this?
Yep.
Okay, great. Let's have a listen. How many beer pages are you following?
Yeah, what?
I don't follow any beer pages.
Really? I follow all the beer pages.
As in beer companies?
Yeah. Well, they do promotions and things. I won a skateboard before. I won this thing where it was like, you and 10 mates at the brewery. And
Well, there's your problem.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, but
The thing is,
Yeah, the
you know,
thing is, Belle-
it's good, but the other
timing.
magic element you need is timing.
Timing.
Yeah, but
if you're
no,
like,
no, no.
"There's a problem," underneath me saying, yeah, I got a skateboard.
Yeah.
It's sort of like,
yeah,
This brings up a bigger issue.
you've got to pick your
You
timing
guys
better.
don't listen to anything that I say.
No, but you
don't
can't
listen to-
say
you don't
that
listen to
when
anything I
you
listen to.
can't say that when Liam's on a flow.
But he wasn't
'Cause he's
really. He was
flowing.
like, oh, yeah. And then as he's going, yeah. I
would you
said, oh,
would you
there's a
start
problem.
talking over Buster Rhymes?
You wouldn't.
You know, because I'm
You're not
on
Busta
that
Rhymes.
pyroclastic flow.
Yeah,
That's raw as a dirty needle. Choke a eagle just to feed all my people.
nice.
Andy, would you say that I'm in the wrong there, or that?
No,
was,
I don't.
That was,
Look, I think it was.
No one's saying you're in the wrong.
It's just it's a timing issue.
timing issue.
I don't think you're in the wrong, but I also think that they do listen to you.
yeah.
Well, they clearly don't. All right, continue. What's your
So
explosive?
yeah, I would just say, Belle, I know that you do take notes on how you can be better. Liam and I often give seminars on how to do radio.
I mean, yeah.
And
The
comedy.
comedy seminar?
The comedy seminar. I would say timing, very important.
Timing.
Can we
Because
just-
if you listen to that again, I'm not going to play it again. But if you listen, my timing is impeccable, and I say it louder, like I say really loud.
Can we talk about the comedy seminar really quickly?
Yeah.
This is a thing that's been happening since I started working with you at Triple J. Probably the first week that I started working with you guys. First time I'd met you. We had no prior connection before that. And I think you guys said a joke once, and I was like, oh, I don't really get it. And then you said, well, you better attend the comedy seminar.
we always say we've got 2 tickets for the comedy seminar for Belle's just going to learn how to make jokes.
And so from then on, what are we, 5 years later, it still gets brought up like, you didn't get it, well, baby, attend the comedy seminar. We'll be running that one tonight.
Well, guys, we've reached the point of my explosive piece of business. Obviously, we do need a vote on Team Member of the Week very shortly. Now, it has been mentioned in the past that I, Liam, am a bit of a kiss ass. You know, people sometimes pay me out for, you know, texting the boss and whatnot. Ben and Belle, I would like to show you Exhibit A from Andy Rosion's wife's Instagram story from last night of them at a pub at a quiz night. If you zoom in to the bottom right-hand corner, who is producer Andy associating with
Again?
outside work hours on a Thursday night?
Oh my god!
Yes, producer Bumlick was out with our boss, David, having a lovely old time. Explain, please, Andy.
Well, I've explained it already before. we're next door neighbours.
We
and
gave
he's,
you a warning.
He's part of. So what? I can't be friends with.
Well, you
with
can,
David?
but you
Yeah.
just get the title of the biggest brown nose on the team.
I still, I'm going to repeat what I said last time. That's like taking a lecture from the Hunchback of Notre Dame about standing up straight.
What I would say, just before you speak, Belle, I would say, Liam, you're still a bumlick. Like, it doesn't remove that title.
Hey, I got a dirty tongue.
Yep.
I'm not afraid to
Yeah,
admit
you
it.
got a dirty, stinky tongue.
bit of
But
big
I
colour.
reckon Andy's is more stinky right now.
Yeah, Andy's
Yeah.
face is packed into the arse.
Did you buy him a few beers? Did you
No.
buy him a few
What
What did you
cocktails?
do? Did you pick him up?
It was a quiz night, and he, with the Fraser Craniums, that's the name of my quiz team.
Yeah.
And he took part in the quiz. He lives next door, and we've both just moved to Melbourne.
Yeah.
In passing, say, you want to come to the quiz night tonight?
Well, look,
grab a countery.
I'd appreciate it if you flag it with the team in the future, so so I don't have to go digging through your wife's Instagram to see who you've been hanging out with so I can roast you on the off-air podcast.
Just before we get to Team Member of the Week, that's explosive.
It was pretty
Fine.
explosive, wasn't it? Yeah.
Quiz night, I do enjoy that you do that. I kind of live vicariously through you because I wouldn't go to that. But
I must admit, seeing
I like
last
that
night,
you do that.
I was looking at it. I was like, I hope I get invited to the quiz night one night. I would actually like to do that.
Anytime you want to be a...
Is there a spot on your team?
It's just... There's no, like... We don't have shirts or anything. It's not like a set
Is there a
team.
number of people that can be on one team though?
No, because it was a table next to us that had like 10
Oh my
dudes.
God.
That's not fair.
Why don't we get the biggest trivia team?
Yeah, that's
and
not fair.
invite as
Yeah.
many people as we can.
We could do.
Alphas.
As long as it could
Alphas
fit on
assemble.
as long as you can fit on the table. But yeah, I love the quiz night. Now, here's the thing. It's not like the chase or just like the biggest boffin, because they have like fun games and stuff. Like
Right.
they'll do like they have, you know, a sumo wrestling match and you got to pick which one wins and just random stuff. And
okay.
they have like, there's a lot of songs like guess this song and they play it backwards.
Because I saw your
It's good
wife
fun.
Kelsey posted about the quiz night. I also saw that post, but she said you were doing horribly. Like you had like 9 out of 15 questions right. What were you getting wrong?
No. We were 9th out of 15 teams.
Right.
And we end up finishing 7th, which is one of the lowest. Yeah.
I
I suppose
good.
it's
I'm pretty disappointed
It's
about
also like the honesty system. Like someone can always cheat at a pub. You know, who's to say
Well-
those 6 other teams weren't googling on their phone?
It's kind of like why go?
Exactly. Yeah. It's sort of true.
It'd be like going
win.
to play golf and then you pick the ball up and drop
Yeah.
it in the hole.
And the other thing I would say about the having a bigger team thing, like normally you win like 2 jugs of beer. So I suppose the less people you have, you know, the more enjoyable
More
the
beer
what's
goes
the
prize.
prize
What is
here,
the
Andy?
prize?
Oh, it's cash. Well,
that's pretty good.
voucher for the pub. So
But I suppose Andy's the real winner because you got to hang out with the boss on the Thursday night.
yeah, fair enough.
It's the team member of the week. It'll probably be Ben. All right, then, let's get started.
I have the wheel, and I've added Alpha Squad to the wheel. Now, we were talking about the Alpha Squad earlier,
yes.
and someone suggested that they get a vote in Team Member of the Week, and I dutifully obliged.
I wonder why you're peddling this one, Andy.
Well, are we all happy to give the Alphas a vote?
Yes.
Yeah.
We know what their vote
Alpha
is.
Squad voted for you, right, Andy?
Well, there was a few votes for me as well, but majority voted for AJ.
I have tallied the votes, and when the Alpha Squad are selected by
Yep.
the Wheel of Destiny,
Yep.
they will be allowed to vote.
Very good. Wonderful. Okay, well, it's spinning. Whoever it lands on casts their first vote, and that is me. Liam in red. This week I'm going to have to give my vote to me. Because, no, there's no shame in it, a self-vote. Because we've got a coffee roster here. So it's like, all right, yeah, Belle does Monday, like Ben does Tuesday, whatever, and we flop around. It seems to me that I keep getting like the Friday, which is fine, but Friday is normally the day that the troops are a little peckish. So the coffee order blows out to a croissant order and some muffins. And for the last couple of weeks, I've had a heftier bill
Yep.
than the rest of the team members.
Yep.
You know, and
I gave you $10 cash.
yeah, it was an $80 order this morning.
Was it really?
Literally.
Get out.
I'll send you some money.
No, you don't have to. But all I'm saying is I'm just, you know, it's going that extra
Yeah,
mile,
yeah.
and that is sort of worthy
Yep.
of a vote.
100%. That to me is a definition, a perfect example of a team member.
That's
of the
not
week.
taking anything away from all the hard work that everyone has done, especially Tom, who actually went and picked up the stuff for us.
Next to vote, as the wheel spins round and round, is going to be... Looks like me.
Hell yeah.
No brainer for me this week. I am voting for producer Tom.
Yeah, just Tom.
Has to be. Scored us some
He got you tickets to Mary Poppins?
juicy free ticks. Yeah. And Post Malone.
Yeah.
He said in his own words, "No, don't thank me. I didn't do anything."
He is the team ticket wallet.
He's a hustler.
Tom is quickly becoming the guy who's getting us all the cool free stuff.
Yeah.
I think, he gets my vote.
Hey,
Yeah.
Tom, reckon I could get some tickets to the Women's World Cup later this year?
He shrugs it, I don't know.
Yeah, just a bit of a shrug. Yeah, bit of a thumb up. Yeah,
Maybe.
Cool,
That's a
man.
maybe.
That'd be awesome.
Next to vote, Liam on 1, Tom on 1. Bell to vote.
Yes. Well, first question. If Alpha Squad is on the wheel, is this also meaning we can give a vote to Alpha Squad and they can win Team Member of the
I
Week?
don't think so. 'Cause then,
okay.
I think they get to
No, that's
vote.
alright.
It becomes a bit complicated.
Well, I was going to give my vote, actually, until about 2 minutes ago to Liam. Because of the coffee order stuff, but now that you've given it to yourself for that, I retract
Okay.
it.
What about all those personals this morning?
Oh.
all these sweet stories I told to get us
doing
out of
your job.
jams.
Just
Yeah.
doing your job.
How many stories did you tell?
I presented one.
How many coffees did you spill in the studio?
Also presented
More than
one.
stories. she brought.
The coffee spillage to content level this week has been way off kilter.
No, so I was going to give it to you, Liam, because
Okay.
you did pay a lot, but now that you've given it to yourself, nah. So I am going to give my vote to Andy,
Thank you, Belle.
and that is based off the chasing this week.
thank you.
Fantastic get with the what do we have? Brody got
Brody
the
got
player.
the footy player, so
No, he's not here. He's not here, is he? No, okay, it doesn't matter. I won't give him the nod for that. Andy, I'll give you the nod for the groundhog person
Thank you.
and the other person that we
We
get
got a
around.
Bonza person.
Yes,
We got a.
well, Brody also got a Bonza
and
person.
I got the furry.
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Ben, you're up next to vote, sir.
I'm going to give my team member of the week to Andy.
You know the horrible gag that happens is when either Ben or Liam say, I'm going to give my vote to, and they look at me, it's
We
obvious
do
that
it.
it's not
we
going to
go.
be
We're
me.
going to give it to not you, sucker. We give it to
They both did the
Andy.
same gag.
No, I thought Andy did some very noble producing this week, and he got some great guests on the program.
Thank you,
Copy
Ben.
that.
Well,
What do you mean cop out?
You just copied me.
Alpha Squad, it's landed on them.
So I have done a tally. I'll go from the bottom to the top. One vote for Belle.
What's mine for? Oh, for putting up with all the
for
shit
putting
that the
up
boys.
with shit.
Yeah.
And Beck
That was nice.
is one of my favourite Alpha Squatters. She
Yeah.
is very active.
Is that Beck Easley?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. So just know, if you're posting on that page regularly, we genuinely know your first name and last
Yes.
name. Like, it's kind of weird. I mean, like, I didn't know it off by heart there, but I'm like, I know your kind of profile picture, and I.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did Beck, was she the one that started the Bell's beta
Oh,
squad or whatever it was?
Bell's
What was
Beta.
Oh, was it?
Remember that? Bell's,
it was a beta?
yeah, it was like Bell's Beta Rat Squad, and it was like people that were just fans of you.
Yeah.
Is that still active?
I think
Bell's
so.
Beta
I
Rat
think
Warren,
so.
whatever it was called.
Yeah, so I got one.
So you got one. Tied next was Liam and the mum that voiced the Bad Mums intro with 2 votes.
Nice.
Ben, you got 3. And
What did Ben get votes for?
it'll probably be Ben was
Oh, that's
the
right, yeah.
overwhelming
The default
sentiment.
vote. Just for those
Yeah.
that don't catch what the mum stuff was, that was the intro that Liam made this week with a random mum from the office.
Bad mums, what did they do?
I got a lot of mums in my contacts on this side. Just if I need a mum quickly for an intro in the morning, I'll run in with Scudder, who you heard earlier, and we'll rile up a few mums.
So
and we'll,
funny that it was one. It's so funny that it was
I must
one mum.
admit. Andy Zito, who's one of the producers on the show, does all our video stuff. He said, "Oh, we should get a choir of mums," and I was like, "That's a great idea." And I said, "Let's do that." And I think it only got back to Scudder that we needed one mum. So there was a breakdown in communication through the glass there. I think it still sounded pretty good, but yeah, I was imagining 10 mums, all singing in perfect harmony. Bad mums, bad mums.
But with a whopping 7 votes from the Alpha Squad, it was me, so I get that 1 vote. Thank
you
you.
get
I
that
bloody
one,
oath.
you got mine, you got
Well
Ben's.
done,
And I absolutely do not want to rain on anybody's parade, particularly Andy's. You got my vote, sir. But what I would say is the main reason they voted for you was for following the road rules.
Yeah.
I totally disagree. It's car park law. It's not
Yeah.
the road rules. Anyway, I won't take it away from you, though.
Anyway, I'm sure Andy's looking forward to celebrating tonight with our boss David at some sort of nice restaurant in town. We probably won't get the invite, but hope you enjoy, buddy.